Hey guys, Future Me here. I will put in the timestamps when I start playing this, but just for context, this is Future Me here. I recorded the contents of the video about a month ago. Essentially, this was my first playthrough of this amplifier because I recently bought off a reverb a month ago and I didn't have a speaker on 2/4 inch cable, and once I got that, I was able to finally test the amplifier. It sounded good, so it's nice to know that it's also made in my hometown city. So my hometown city, besides taco trucks, makes pretty good amplifiers as well. Um, with that being said, I wasn't feeling the best then, but I think I powered through it. And I think it's a great sounding amp. And like I said, I'll put timestamps so you don't have to listen to everything I say if you don't want to do that. And I think this is just my attempt of showcasing what this amp can do. Not being a professional musician or music store, I'm just a regular, average Jose, if you will, playing bass. Even though I mostly play guitar, but I do like playing bass. So this is, like I said, my initial reactions to this amplifier, and like I said, I think it's great. If you happen to see one of these out, they don't have them. They're not producing them anymore, I believe. I think they're just going with the legacy models in the RV series or whatever GK is putting out. But if you can find GK500 or 800, I'd say pick it up. It's only 3 pounds, it's super light. But anyway, here's my playthrough, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Thank you.
Okay, so I got the speaker on 2/4 inch cable connected to the MPEG. I got my Squier jazz bass with 2 jazz pickups, just the regular Squier stuff that came with it. Hopefully it doesn't blow up, and hopefully it sounds good. Ooh, the light turned on. Now it's blue. Ooh. Okay, so it hasn't blown up. Let me set the levels on the bass mic and the SM57. So I connected the bass, and I have my mics on, the bass mic on, and as well as the SM57 to capture the horn. The master's set at pretty low, and it's pretty loud in here. It is a 500 watt amp, although 350 at 8 ohms, I believe. Yeah, 350 at 8 ohms. This is an 8 ohm cab. And first, what we're going to do, we're going to try it with everything relatively at noon. And then the GK manual has 4 different settings for slap, rock, reggae, and jazz fusion. So that way I don't tinker with the settings. I just use whatever settings that GK recommends. So you can find that, and I can pull the PDF of which one it is. So first, we're going to play flat. We're going to use both pickups, or neck, front, both. And then we're going to do that for each configurations. Or actually, the MB500 manual has specific recommendations for what pickups to use. So we'll use their recommendations, not mine. So first, flat. All right, at this time, we're going to do the slap setting. I guess I have the gain a little too high for what they wanted. The gain's supposed to be around 11 o'clock. Okay, so now I'm at the slap setting with the settings you see, both pickups on. All right, that was the slap setting. I messed with the horn in the back, see if I can get a little bit more treble. It's cool. It has a nice deep sound to it, but I think I personally like a little bit more treble in the slapping, and my slapping's not all that great. So that was just a try. Next, we're gonna do their rock setting, which has the low mids and the bass at 11 o'clock backed off, the counter all the way off. So let's see how this sounds. Now we're going to do the reggae setting, which they only want the front pickup on. The counter's all the way on. Treble's at 9 o'clock. The mids are at 11, and the bass is at 3 o'clock. So let's see how this goes. carried away there playing the reggae stuff. I started playing some regular stuff that's not reggae. Even though I don't really know how to play reggae that too much, that was my best impression. Let's do the final recommendation settings. Jazz fusion. Let's have some fun with this. The counter's at 11, treble's at 11, the low mids is at 11, and the bass is at 1. And treble's at noon. So let's have some fun. I don't think it's an amp, but I heard some farting out there in some of those notes. I'm not sure what that could be, and if you happen to know, maybe it's a speaker, maybe it's a horn, that would be greatly appreciated. Leave a comment down below, so that way I can address the issue. But I think it's a cool amp. I like the way it sounds for the most part. I don't have any complaints, and other than that farting out sound, but that could have just been the speakers. So I might have to look at the scab. Not professional, not tour. I don't always do YouTube, but I figured I can add a demo of this amp behind me. Yeah, add a demo to this amp behind me, just in case if you happen to see it online and see a deal on it on Reverb, you can pick it up. So, anyways, that's it for this little demo and test. So until next time, bye bye.